Works. Hi, folks. You are listening and watching the Sipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media on all of our channels and networks. I'm Mike Morales here in sunny Southern California. That guy in his bathroom is
Matt Metris in Rochester, New York.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I had to. You watched that in the shower, right? Or you
right? Yeah.
Okay.
It's New York, Mike. We don't have a lot of space for
Yeah,
multitasking.
that's true. Okay. Well, just make sure you hand her a towel before she comes out. Okay.
Sounds good.
I'm sorry. I gave Matt such a ration of stuff before we went online because it looks like that's his bathroom, but it's not. It's actually an office.
Yes, it's my new office.
It's disguised as his bathroom. So
yeah.
Anyway, Matt and I have a really interesting brand here that I was telling Matt offline that I have been looking for this brand for a long time, and it's called Casa Rica, not to be confused with Costa Rica. And this has got some really interesting packaging, and I'll tell you why. This is our third brand in the last maybe couple of weeks, and I don't know when you folks will be seeing this, probably November by the time you see this this review, because we're booked that far out this year. This is the third brand, though, that has an expression aged in wine barrels, okay? And I'm a little excited. Oh, look at the bubbles.
Those are some nice bubbles, yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited because I know this distillery. We've had a few brands coming out of there before, and Dave and I will be doing a future Sipping Off the Cuff with another couple of brands coming out of that distillery that I've been chasing. So here we are, Costa Rica. I don't know what we know about it, but I'm going to pour it first. We're just going to taste it first. We'll tell you, all the ins and outs later on, where it came from. Oh, that was nice.
It's good.
Wow.
Nice pop.
Yeah. Ooh, hello. Hello, my darling. Oh, I love it. Again, the bubbles and the initial snort off the neck are not clear indicators of quality, but they're a really good sign, okay? Wow, your lighting in there is really good.
Yeah, it's way better than the basement. It's a nice perk of being in the bathroom.
Yeah, especially on a sweltering hot day, because I know how basements get. They get like garrets and attics and crawl spaces that just get stifling hot up there. Very
nice legs on this, Mike.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you can see that on my screen. This is the middle of the afternoon for me, and it's like the end of Matt's day almost in Rochester. It's got some decent string of pearls.
Yeah.
And they're not too clingy, but they're not too thin either. And Dave and I have had brands coming out of this distillery you folks may have seen, or if you haven't, you might want to check it out. La Tarea Tequila. That was 2 years ago, I believe. And it was very, very decent. In fact, very good for the price, and they had liter bottles of tequila, which was really cool.
That's always a nice bonus.
Well, when it's not a mixto and it's true tequila, and it's a mid-sized to small distillery with only a handful of brands coming out of it, maybe less than 10. That's again good sign that there's some quality behind the projects that they put out. Oh my goodness.
That's nice.
That is just beautiful. It's bright, it's fruity, it's floral.
Yeah. Ton of plant right up the front.
Yep. Wow.
I'm getting a little bit of like herbaceousness.
Wow, this has really got a lot of character right up front.
Mm-hmm.
Virtually no alcohol, nothing. I'm not.
No, not at all.
And they've been sitting in my office for a couple of weeks, maybe. And you were on vacation, so when you received these, they've been sitting in your house for, I don't know,
Couple weeks. Yeah, my neighbor was nice enough to bring them in for me and not drink it.
Not open it, not know what it is.
Yeah.
You fool! If you knew what I was getting.
I'll share with them later. How about that?
That's a good idea. This is really delightful. I even get a touch at the bottom. I don't know if you got that or not, but a touch of anise. Kind of like as an afterthought, just as it passes.
I can see that. I get a little bit of like orange, maybe like.
Oh yeah.
Light citrus, but not super tart.
Lime or lemon? You said orange. You sure?
I think more towards the lemon end of the spectrum. I think of lime as like the one extreme.
Okay.
Maybe grapefruit at the other. I don't know. I'm gonna make a citrus spectrum one day and.
Well, we have that. We have the aroma wheel that you can.
Yeah.
It's available to you if you want to use it. A lot of the guys are more of our students are using it, which is really gratifying because it's a wonderful tool. And that's in the Consumer Catador course for those of you who are unaware that we have books and courses and magazines as well. So this is nice. I want to dive in. I'm just really.
It definitely the plant aroma is not translating into the taste, but it's very minerally for me.
I got to give it.
So, yeah.
I think initially there's a nice pepper pop at mid palate. Great medium to long finish. It's got a nice warm fuzzy.
Absolutely. Still no ethanol too. You don't taste anything here.
No, What I'd like to know is, we got virtually no information from the brand. We got no POS. I think they reached out to us on Instagram, or we reached out to them, and next thing we know, we've got these bottles sent. The website doesn't give us a whole lot. I think, Matt, you've been on the website. I want to say, I wonder if they're using like brick ovens, because maybe they're probably, in my estimation, from what we're tasting, you and I right now, the minerality is there. That could be the water that we're getting that from. I'm wondering if they're blending like autoclave with brick oven, because it's got great lip numbness, by the way, good gum and lip numbness, and it's hearty agave. I'm kind of at a loss because I'm not sure what they're doing, if they're blending because I thought I had gotten a little bit of the brick oven flavor that Jim and I did Kokoro spirits, and that's all. It's like one brand, maybe two, coming out of a small distillery, and it's all brick oven, and you can just get it. It's just there. This one tastes like a blend.
Sure. They do have. I mean, I saw a picture of an autoclave on the website, but I didn't see any other oven or any. I mean, but it's sparse, right? So there's not a lot to go on.
Yeah.
I definitely get like some clay, in the profile.
Yeah, well, maybe that's what it is. It could be, again, more minerality. And you're right. To me, it's like more like lemon and a light lime zest. Not the heavy, not like a lime rind or peel. And I don't think it goes all the way to orange or grapefruit. Wow, this is. I'm really impressed with the quality of this one. The only thing that's missing, that I'm not getting any more, maybe until the tail end that retronasal, if that's my smack my lips are not hard enough, that anise aftertaste. It's okay. I'm looking for it, but it just is an afterthought in the nose, and it's even less in the flavor, and it's over to the rear of the palate.
Mm-hmm.
How's it finishing for you?
Yeah, it's very got a nice mouthfeel. I get a little bit of tingling on the upper inside of my my mouth, but very almost short for me. It's not. I'm not feeling it the whole way down, which is fine. Yeah, and again, no ethanol on that either. You know,
Yeah.
I don't want to use the S word. You know, but
Well, I won't even go that far because the finish is there. You know, it's
yeah.
not. It's got enough character to really finish for me.
Mm-hmm.
Very nicely. It's got a medium to long finish. I guess with Matt, it's medium to short. Let's just give everybody the ins and outs. It is coming out of a distillery. We've had several tequilas coming out of there. I mentioned La Tarea. Don Anselmo is going to be another one that comes out of there that we'll be doing a tasting of. I'm not sure if you'll see it this year or next year. Calleja Tequila is one that we've had that's made there as well. We'll have Chula Vista is coming up. Cántaros de Miel is coming up. What's the other one that we have? Una Vida I've been chasing forever. I've not been able to get any of those. But La Tarea seems to be, and Calavera is another one, but we've had Calavera coming from another distillery. And in that whole Ca rigmarole that happened that was lasting about a couple of years, I think in that Calavera is a beautiful tequila. It comes in a ceramic bottle with a skull head at the top. It looks like a big Pez dispenser.
Mm-hmm.
And they got, in the middle of that, they got a lot of splashback. So I think during that whole time, they moved distilleries, is what I'm telling you. So if that Calavera is the same Calavera that we've had before, they were a blend of Highlands and Lowlands tequila. What I know about this distillery is that they have their own agave, because I think they have one, two. Let me just, what the hell? I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, maybe 20 brands coming out of this distillery. All right, not a very big maquiladora. So the nom is 1424. It is Destiladora de Agave Azul, where that name just tells it all to you. What did we find? Did we find any other further information on the on Instagram or the website or anything like that that we tell people?
I did find some pricing. So the Blanco is $44 retail.
Not bad.
It's not bad. Good middle of the market.
Yeah. You know, I love their packaging too. What do you think of the that's an owl, I think.
Yeah. Big fan of that. I like the design, how the color scheme changes as we go through the other different expressions that we'll see in a little bit. But yeah, I do. I like this. Very nice and classy. You were saying before we started, this reminds you of the old Cabo Wabo bottles with the neck.
Yes.
These necks can sometimes be a little bit of a pain to pour out of. Just getting the right amount if you're trying to do your counts on it. But very, very beautiful bottle.
So Brand of Promise nominee, I guess, in both the Blanco category. Yeah. Oh yeah, you need your
downstairs.
Downstairs. Go run downstairs to go get it.
All right.
So Brand of Promise nominee. I want to nominate them for packaging. I really enjoy the packaging. I wish that they had more information. I don't know what the owl stands for. I don't know what Casa Rica is all about. You know, Casa Rica reminds me a lot of, there we go. Reminds me a lot of Costa Rica. You know, the rich house. It's herbaceous. Look at that. They even give you the herbaceous smooth, which to me is not smooth.
Yeah, we got to bleep that out. We can't say the S word on the air.
Yeah, I don't want to say the S word because you know there are two words that really don't need to be in the same sentence: smooth and tequila. They don't belong there. Smooth is just lazy because people haven't been able to. Marketers have not been able to come up with more descriptors because they're not tequila people. Untraditionally traditional. I wish they would tell us why. It says estate grown, 100% agave tequila. It's 80 proof, 40 ABV. A new take on a classic, our subtly herbal Blanco is filtered 3 times to reveal hints of vanilla. I didn't get any hints of vanilla. Did you?
Nope, not at all.
Okay, so we know it's triple filtered.
Okay.
And that's okay. A lot of people are doing stuff to their tequilas because they're, I like a tequila with a lot of character. I love tequilas from Amatitan, for instance, because I think they carry more minerality, more plant. The Valle the tequila, I love that. But the average palate, they try to. Some people oxygenate it, some people filter it, they cold filter it.
Yep.
There's all these buzzwords that I'm not a distiller, so I'm not exactly sure how that all works. What I do know is the final outcome is it makes it smooth and approachable, okay? And I'll only use that word sparingly, all right? Is this smooth and approachable? Yeah, but it still has enough character to carry through. What do you think, Matt? Good in a cocktail?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a good starting point. It's not an in-your-face kind of flavor profile, so you can go pretty much any direction with it in a cocktail, and it's probably going to hold up just fine. So,
I personally would love to sip on this as well. I think it's a really good sipping tequila on its own.
yeah.
Whatever popular tequila and soda, a good Paloma, obviously a margarita. I mean, it's got enough character and mouthfeel to be able to carry that off and not lose the tequila. It's not weak on the palate. It's just enough there to let you know it's there. I would say La Tarea is more of their one of their flagship brands, and La Tarea carries a much more a punch than this one does. La Tarea is not triple filtered. I mean, it comes in a liter bottle. It probably comes exactly the way it comes out of the still.
Yeah, right.
And if you're not familiar with that brand, look it up on our website, on our YouTube channel. You'll be able to find it. La Tarea Tequila is, I think, one of the flagship brands coming out of there. And hopefully soon we'll have a few others coming out of that distillery. But hey, that's our take, I think, on Casa Rica Blanco. But stick with us because we've got an interesting kind of spectrum of expressions coming out of for them. Casa Rica Tequila. If you've had it, let us know in the comments below. If you're watching us on YouTube, first of all, subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Give us a like on the video because that helps us on the algorithm. Follow Matt on his Instagram. You can see where he's been on vacation. What I did on my summer vacation, which is spectacular pictures of the Grand Canyon in Arizona. Just beautiful. You missed your call and you should have been a photographer. All that shot on his iPhone, folks. No,
Android, Mike. Come on.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're an Android boy. That's right. Yeah, because, there's only 2 cameras, us and them. 2 places to shop, us and them. That's it. But you know what? So that's our take on Casa Rica. Stick with us. I'm Mike Morales in Southern California. That guy out there is
Matt Metris in Rochester, New York.
In his bathroom. and whatever you do, tomar sabiamente.
Sip wisely.